When someone tells you that they're white-pilled, it usually means that they're optimistic about the future. Now, when someone tells you that they're black-pilled, usually it means that they're pessimistic about the future. But what I tell people that I am clown-pilled, which basically means that I just look at things these days and I laugh. Because as I say all the time, we live in a complete clown world. And don't get me wrong, I wish things weren't this way, but things are this way. Therefore, it's hard for me to take a lot of stuff that happens in life seriously anymore. Like, I look around at a lot of the stuff that's happening, and it's hard for me to take it too seriously. I just have to laugh nowadays. Because everything is a clown show. It's like the world turned into a big circus. Nothing matters anymore. Factual realities, the truth, none of it matters. Everyone's just living all willy-nilly. Everyone has thrown basic biology, basic science, basic common sense has been thrown out the window. So instead of being the person who's uptight and upset all the time, I just laugh. But no matter how ridiculous things get, sometimes I'm reminded that things can get even more ridiculous than they are now. And today, I got a reminder that, yeah, I know that we live in a clown world. I know that everything happening around us, none of it makes sense, but damn, oh damn, things can get worse. Things can get even stupider. Things can get even dumber. People can get even dumber. And oh boy, they are. So I woke up this morning and one of my subscribers tagged me in a little news article about something that's going on in California. Now, I often talk about how people always want to be the victim, right? Everyone wants to be the victim. Everyone wants to claim victimhood status. They're looking and searching for things to be offended by every day. Well, it turns out that the alphabet mafia in California, the alphabet community, they have now decided that no U-turn signals or no U-turn signs, a traffic sign, when you pull up to a street and it tells you no U-turn, they've decided that those signs are bigoted, that those signs are phobic, that no U-turn signs are some type of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like an attack on gay people, on trans people, on drag queens, or whatever you want to call these people. And like I said, I went to sleep last night laughing at how stupid reality has become. And I woke up this morning coming to the harsh realization that we haven't hit the bottom of the barrel yet. And that's alarming, folks. We haven't reached the bottom yet. Things are going to get dumber from here. And once we reach the point where a bunch of dudes in dresses and makeup are rallying in the streets to get rid of U-turn signs because they're phobic and they're bigoted, I really question where can we go from here, but I don't want the answer to that question because I know it may just be too dumb for me to possibly comprehend. But this is one of the biggest news stories in California right now. And California is riddled with crime. huge drug problem, junkies on the street, homelessness, you name it. But they're focused on street signs because now people are getting offended by traffic signs. And this sounds dangerous to me. They're literally going around this town taking down all of the no U-turn signs. And now I'm wondering, what if someone does a U-turn right there and then they get killed in a car wreck? Are we not going to look at the dudes in dresses who pretended to be offended by the U-turn sign? Is the green light, red light, yellow light? Is that going to become controversial in a few years? Because, well, why isn't there other colors? And then the next thing you know, we got no traffic signs, no traffic lights. Everyone's just driving into each other, going crazy, complete chaos, because we don't want perverts, men in dresses, getting offended. But I know that this may sound like some totally made up stuff, but it's not. It's real. I'm going to go ahead and roll this news clip. Yes, folks, this made the news. Think about all the stories that we cover. Think about how many stories I cover on a day-to-day basis, many of which never make the news. But this did. This, of all things, this is one of the top priorities in California. And the mainstream media, oh boy, they had to cover it. Forget all of the other crazy stuff that's going on. This is important. But I'm going to roll this news clip and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
The last remaining street signs that were put up to target the LGBTQ plus community in the 1990s have been removed in Silver Lake. LA City Council members Hugo Soto Martinez and Nithya Raman were on hand today to help remove the signs. They say the no cruising and no U-turn signs were put up in the 1990s to prevent people in the gay community from meeting up with other gay people.
I was also surprised that these U-turn signs were still up. And at first, they seem a little, oh, okay, it's just a no U-turn sign. But when you learn the history of it and you realize that these were used to profile gay people, it's so important that we have these removed.
The LA City Council members say the signs were put up after the gay community began to grow and because there was a gay bar in that area. You'll find more stories that we've covered for Pride Month on abc7.com/pride.
Now, when I first saw this story earlier today, I was wondering, how am I going to approach this story in a video? What angle am I going to take on this situation? Because if you've been subbed to my channel for long enough, you know how I feel about this fake victimhood stuff. Everyone pretending to be offended by something, and I've gone in depth about that. So I don't want to necessarily take that angle here, although I could, and I can go all day, trust me. But when I look at this situation, it's easy to see how ridiculous it is. It's easy to laugh about how ridiculous it is. And boy, oh boy, did I have a good laugh. But I don't want us to lose sight of what's happening here. Because yes, this is stupid. It's idiotic. But this is the alphabet mafia flexing their muscles. They're letting you know that they're not going to take a no for an answer, even if it's a no U-turn. Oh, no, you can't turn here. Well, guess what? If I'm gay, if I identify as a woman and I'm a dude, I'm going to U-turn where I want. So yeah, you could laugh this off as if it's nonsensical and stupid, but I think that they understand how stupid this is. I don't think they're necessarily offended by this. I think that they realize that they have so much power. They're so drunk with power that they're flexing their muscles, seeing what stupid stuff they can accomplish. Hell, let's remove that street sign that's phobic. Let's remove that. That offends me. Let's get rid of this. And they're just snapping their finger and the city's like, yes, yes, sire. Yes, ma'am. I mean, sir. I mean, them, they. Sorry, I got your pronouns wrong. And society is bending the knee every time these freaking weirdos start hollering that they're offended by something. As you see, this whole movement, it really quickly went from acceptance, we want to be accepted, to we want to dominate, we want to exert our power over you, right? You see, first, it went from we want to be accepted to, oh, we're coming after your kids, like that. It went from acceptance to we're coming after your kids. Now, they already got your kids. I'm sorry to say, but they do. And people can feel how they want to feel about it. The reality is, most parents didn't do diddly squat. Most parents sat by and didn't do anything as their kids were indoctrinated in school. You got a bunch of them theys touching on your children and teaching them a bunch of weird stuff in school, and most people are too scared to say anything about it. Once you get to the point that drag queens are coming to your elementary school, they're coming to your public library, reading to your kids about drag, dancing in front of your kids, and your kids are putting dollar bills in their tits, or in their lack thereof, man boobs, they already got your kids. Maybe not your kids specifically, but it went from acceptance to going after kids, they already got that down pat. They've been pretty successful with that so far. So now the next step is, hey, let's just see whatever the hell we can do. These people are dumb enough to allow chomos and perverts to strip naked in front of their kids during pride parades. Obviously, they'll be dumb enough to let us remove this U-turn sign. Obviously, they'll bend the knee and they'll be cowards. They'll allow us to remove this. They'll allow us to remove that, take down the American flag, and put up the pride flag. Like they took over a base. Like they won some type of military battle. So when you look at this and you laugh about how ridiculous it is that a bunch of dudes in dresses are crying over U-turn signs, understand that no matter how ridiculous it is, guess what? They effectively got them things taken down. These weirdos went out there and effectively got the town to take down all of the no U-turn signs. But you can't effectively get drag queens out of your public school libraries. That's the reality. It sucks. I don't want things to be this way, but I just don't want people to constantly look at all of this stupid, ridiculous stuff and not understand that there's more behind it. Because the more you laugh it off, and like I said, I'm clown-pilled, I laugh too, but understand this is getting serious. And they're gaining more and more power every day. And they're doing things that are so ridiculous in order to basically make you feel defeated. Like there's nothing you can do about it. But we'll see how this plays out. Maybe some people will have to crash and lose their life. Before we know it, every single sign and symbol besides the pride flag will be considered controversial or offensive. But let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. If you would like to donate to the channel, you could donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. But I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.